wonderful day to you all. Welcome to the Complete Sports Updates, the show where the latest and trending stories in the world of sports are brought to you. My name is Abib Kuranga. Joining me on today's episode is James Agberibi. Together we shall be taking through the rounds as far as sporting stories in today's episode is concerned. Welcome to the show, James. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much, Abib. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. It's always a good and amazing feeling to be back on the Complete Sports Update. The Super Falcons of Nigeria sealed qualification to the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations following a 3-1 aggregate victory over Benin Republic in the qualifying rounds. The Flamingos exit the Under-17 FIFA Women's World Cup following a heavy 4-0 loss to Italy in the knockout stages of the competition. Welcome to the show once more, James. Well, following their Mission X success, the Super Falcons of Nigeria played their qualifiers against Benin Republic. That's the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. And well, it's a two-legged affair which they actually won 3-1. The first leg ending in victory for them 2-0 at the Stade de Kegel in Togo before a 1-0 draw at the Moshood Abiola Sporting Complex. The 2-0 victory were actually secured with Chiwendu Ihezwo and Esther Okoronkwo scoring the goals. And the second leg, which was actually played in Ogun State, saw the defender right there, Ashley Plonter, scoring her first ever goals in for the Super Falcons. Before, in the 61st minute, Yasmin Jibril actually equalized for the Beninois. So, what say you about these encounter, and do you think this could actually spur them on to lead them to the 11th title come next year in Morocco?
Okay, Abib, the Super Falcons, congratulations to them. The most important thing is they got the qualification, 3-1 aggregate scoreline. Though a lot of people expected them to beat Benin Republic in Abeokuta, but it ended up 1-1. In some quarters, they say maybe they took their legs off the pedals. Some say they eased off. Some say they underrated Benin Republic. But the most important thing is they got the qualifiers, the qualification ticket, because qualifying for the next WAFCON means they are going for another qualifiers. Because if you get to the semi-finals, you automatically qualify for the FIFA World Cup. So, like I said, good one for them. It's a big. What they are going for now is much bigger than the one they won. Because since the inception of the Women's World Cup in 1991, the Super Falcons is among a few countries that have never missed any edition. And going into this next edition is going to be very feisty, because there are a lot of teams who want to really come all out. We still have the Moroccans, the South Africans, Ghana. They're not doing bad. I think Cameroon too. So the Super Falcons just have to buckle up. They should not go into the tournament feeling because we won. We did Mission X. They're going to do Mission is it XI? It's not going to be easy, honestly. So they should just learn one or two things. Whatever mistake that they feel they made, especially in the second leg, they should try as much as possible to rectify them. And if it means even calling up some players, because what I've observed now is apart from the likes of Esther Okoronkwo, Chiwendu, Ajibade, we don't really have that. And then Fola Shade, who is not even the forward, who still one or two times pops up with goals here and there. And I discovered that the coach even invite likes of Babajide. Even Gift Monday is even an issue now that a lot of people are talking why. So whatever mistake, whatever error that was notice in the qualifiers, I think they should just put it right, because the next WAFCON is going to be very fast. It's going to be very tough for all the teams that are going to take part in it.
Yes, absolutely. We wish the Super Falcons the very best as far as their quest in ensuring that not only will they compete successfully for the Women's Africa Cup of Nations next year, but also trying as much as possible to book their ticket to the next FIFA Women's World Cup. So talking about XI, this time around the FIFPro World XI, we talk about the men's category as well as the women's category. But, unfortunately, no Nigerian male players actually got the nomination for the fifth Pro XI for the men's category. While for the female category, we have just one Nigerian player, which is the Houston Dash defender,
Michelle
Alozie. Actually, there've been actually some talks about, they should be more than, just one Super Falcons players. Some were actually talking about Esther Okoronkwo, some actually on the pitch side of Rashida Tajibade and all of that. So what say you about, just a single Nigerian player making the list, both for the male as well as the female category?
Well, for the male, I thought Osimhen will sneak into the nomination. We were among the players that will get nominated for the fifth Pro World 11, but unfortunately he didn't. Because for me, he is the most outstanding Nigerian player right now. So I thought maybe with his form for Galatasaray and what he did for the Super Eagles, maybe that would have been enough for him to get nominated, but unfortunately he didn't make it, and no any other Nigerian players to make the short list. And for the women, I think I will be I can say I will be surprised, because I was expecting maybe somebody like Chiamaka Nnadozie, who got nominated for the Ballon d'Or, and she has also got nominated for the Best Goalkeeper Award for CAF. So she was the one I was expecting to maybe make the list, but Michelle Alozie out of nowhere. But it's also a good one that at least a Nigerian player made the cut for the nominations. So let's just congratulations to her. She has been doing well for the Super Falcons and also for Houston Dash. So let's just see this as an improvement, and maybe subsequent nominations and even the finalists who have a Nigerian player, both for the male and also for the female.
So let's talk about the Flamingos. Well, unfortunately, their journey for the under-17 FIFA Women's World Cup actually, ended in the defeat to Italy. Well, it's actually disappointing, just like you said. Well, the group stage was not really impressive, losing to Canada and France before winning 4-0 against Samoa. The minors of the competition, and now playing against Italy in the knockout stages, where they actually lost 4-0. So what say you about the campaign of the Flamingos as far as that competition is concerned?
Well, I think this is one of the most disappointing campaigns ever for the under-17, the Flamingos. Because I've never seen them get this beaten mercilessly by other teams. First they kicked off with a 4-1 defeat to Canada. Lost to France, got a reprieve against Samoa before they now eventually lost heavily to Italy. So for me it's a very disappointing campaign. I think a lot of people are now calling out the coach. I mean, fine, he has been with the team for some time, but I think as it is now, they just have to look for another coach. I think he has done his bit. He got them to the third place finish, and he has done well. So for me, I think another coach should step in and, because the way the team played and every other thing. I mean, for me personally, I think he has to do, part of the reason why they didn't really do well is down to poor coaching. Because I watch their games, and when you see a team that didn't really, a team that has promise, but not taking anything away from the coach, but I mean, I think, and the competition will be played again next year, which qualifiers kicks off again. So I feel the NFF should just sit down, do a review of the performance, and for me personally, if I have the opportunity, I would ask to look for another coach. Let these players feel another coach, and let's see, try out something new.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually wanted to ask a question about, because of time and all of that, let's just keep that to another edition. So viewers, this is where we'll be wrapping things up as far as proceedings in today's episode is concerned. Thank you very much, James, for the wonderful and insightful analysis as always on Complete Sports Updates.
Thank you very much.
So do ensure to subscribe, like, share, comment as far as this is concerned, and do take care of yourselves and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.